All right. Just want to start off by just acknowledging our players on defense and the coaching staff. Unbelievable job this year, all the way around. The guys have given great effort. They've been positive. They've been a joy to work with. Come in and build in every day, and I've just been so fortunate to be with this group of men. And it hasn't been easy, and it's a true testament to their character, how they've persevered, and how they've continued to work. Stay positive, stay connected, stay together, and so great group of guys, very blessed, and I'm really, really glad to be doing what I do, especially with these guys. And so that being said, we're excited about the Packers. Great challenge this week. They got a lot of talented players. They're young, but they're growing fast, and we know it's going to be a tough game, and we're excited about that challenge.
EJ, kind of building off what you just said, y'all have only had one opposing quarterback throw for over 200 yards in the past 8 weeks. I'm curious if you knew that, if you knew of that, and what your reaction to that is.
I did not know that, but I know we've been playing really well in the past game, and again, a testament to the coaches preparing the guys going out there and executing, and you would never guess by the way our guys prepare in the building, on the field, that we were 2-12. It's just professionalism at a high level, and so it's good to see those results panning out.
Speaking of the passing game, Dante, I think, has been having quietly a really good season. What have you seen from him this year?
Well, it started off him just trying to get acclimated to the system, coming off of his injury from last year, and so I think he was a little slow to get going there, but what you've seen really since about the early part of the season is he's playing at a high level. He's playing the way we expected, and making plays on the ball, being very physical in run support, being aggressive, and he's really done a good job, and he's been a good leader for our room too.
You talked about not the level of play being consistent despite the record. How much did your experience last year sort of help you sort of, I don't know, keep that sort of mentality and through tough times?
Yeah. For certain, last year's experience helped, but I just think my time over the course of my career in the league, that it's not always going to be high. There's going to be lows in this deal, and one thing that's guaranteed in the NFL is just going to be adversity. And you hope obviously it's not the 2-12 version of it, but you're going to deal with adversity at some point. There's going to be critics. There's going to be people critical of your work, so what we've just tried to do is just stay positive, stay in the moment, stay about our process, and not worry about anything else, but trying to prepare the best way, and with the belief that the preparation will get the work done.
You're looking over the Packers offense. What makes you confident in your group to execute this weekend?
Well, it's a very good offense. They challenge you schematically for certain with their run game, the pass game, the RPOs. Matt LaFleur, I worked with him in L.A. years back, and he's an excellent coach. The design is always really good with him. The tempo and speed at which they execute is really good. So we know it's going to be a challenge. They got good players, good backs. The quarterback is playing at a high level right now, and you can see he's playing a lot better than he did earlier in the year. They've got good skilled people, and so we know it's going to be a tough challenge for us. But we're just focused in on making sure we're the best version of ourselves. Communication, effort, physicality, trying to bring all that to light on Sunday.
EJ, the job you guys did run defense on the Falcons the other day, holding those guys under 2 yards a carry, what was kind of the biggest key in your mind to being able to do that?
Well, it starts with those guys up front. The challenge was we needed to be better than them up front, our outside linebackers, our interior D linemen, and we wanted to be more physical and dominant up front than they were, and those guys delivered on that. Derek has been doing what he normally does. Burns, I think, played one of his best games of the year. I just think all the way across the board, we were very physical and very stout up front. So that's where it started, and we knew with the conditions, the type of game it was going to be. And so I think our guys did a really good job, and I think Coach Tabor did a great job of preparing the guys for the right mindset of the game, right? It's not going to be a flashy, throw the ball around type of game. This is going to be a hard-hat game, and our guys came in with the right mindset, and they delivered.
You're playing a couple of guys between Wormley and Ray and Thurman. Ray and Thurman were tryout guys during training camp. Wormley comes in middle of the year. How important has it been to get the contributions from those guys to kind of backfill behind Derek?
Yeah, no, it's been huge, and big credit to those guys. A big credit to Coach Wash. the development you've seen from those guys, because like you said, they came in training camp mid-season, and it's really hard when you've missed all that time in the spring, especially with the new system, and to see the work those guys have done, that they've put in with Coach Wash, and to see how that they've gotten better and better each week, and to see the all of that work and preparation now reflecting on the game field, it's been really cool to see. And those guys have done a great job. They're hard workers, and they've definitely enhanced our defense.
You said Ryan Burns had one of his best games of the year. What about his performance struck you?
Physical. He was all over the place. He was deflecting balls. He was in the backfield playing the run game. Not a lot of great rush opportunities, but he still had a lot of rush production, and yeah, he was very, very active.
As you evaluate Brian's play this year, a lot of people look for the sacks or the TFLs.
Yeah.
Like, when you evaluating him, what does he bring to the defense that makes him a special player?
Well, he's a special talent in terms of his measurables, size, length, the ability to run, change direction, his play style. For a guy that came into the league, not a very big, stout guy, he's very aggressive. He's very physical. He's built his body up the right way, and he's been very productive. And it's unfortunate that the numbers, especially the sack numbers, don't reflect the disruptive play that he's had. But if you go and watch the film and see what this young man is doing, game in and game out, I mean, he's affecting the quarterback. He plays hard. He's a run down and a pass down player, and he's really done a good job.
Why do you think the sack total isn't there?
Well, there's a lot of factors. You don't get as many sacks too when you're in our situation, right? We're not playing a lot of pass downs, and so that's part of it. And he's going to get attention as well, just because of who the player he is. But I've been really, really happy with his play this year.
Do you think that stat is overblown, or?
I don't think so, but I just don't think it tells the whole story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has there been a moment when the defensive morale was sort of at its lowest as the losses piled up, and what did you do to build it back up?
Well, I don't know if there's one significant moment. I would say there's been a lot of games, especially the second half of the year, where after the game the guys are demoralized because it means so much to them, and they want to win, and they put in the work, and it takes its toll on you. But what I've loved about our group is that the resilience and the response. Okay, Sunday we're in the tank, Monday we're still down, but by the time we come back on Wednesday, the guys are in a good spirit. They're ready to work. They're ready to attack the next opponent, and so that's been cool to witness.
From a personal standpoint, the losses, the switching over to the 3-4, all the challenges, has this been one of your best coaching years as a coach, as a pro?
I don't know if I really look at it that way. My personal goal for myself is just to get better. I think if I'm not a better coach this year than I was last year, then I'm probably not doing it the right way. And so that's all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get better at my craft, continue to study the game, continue to learn from past experiences and past mistakes. And when you have those same type of situations and scenarios present themselves, try to be better.
And I know you've interviewed in the past. Any thoughts on becoming head coach this offseason?
I mean, there's always thoughts of becoming a head coach, but at this time, I can't think of anything but the Packers. I don't know how certain people can do it, but for me, I can't multitask and try to worry about that and also coach football. So I'm fully invested in just coaching the team right now.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's it like for you and the other staff kind of in limbo here? I know you're working hard each week just to get ready for that game, but you also have to think of your futures too. What's that process like?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can sit up here and say that we don't think about it, and it really from the standpoint of your families, because your families are in limbo. But at the same time, we got zero control, especially at this moment, of what's going to happen in the future. And the only thing we can control is getting ready for the Packers. And so, yeah, we think about it, and families are going to ask questions. People are going to ask, hey, what's going on? Where are you going to be next year, and all that stuff. And I get that part of it, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. So I just got to work.
Have you had any discussions with Tepper about staying on?
No, we have not.
I know you're on the other side, but you see Bryce in practice. Where have you seen him grow the most from first 4 weeks to now?
Well, he's facing adversity, and I think that's going to be good for him moving forward. He obviously, the young man is a talented kid. He's smart. He's had a lot of good things happen for him because he's willed it that way, high school and college, and now this is the NFL. Like, even the best of us in the league are going to take our licks, and so I think it's going to serve him well in the future. And I think it's a good reminder to all of us, just like how tight these margins are, and these games could be won and lost by just a handful of plays, and that's the cool thing about our sport.
How is,
Last one.
how has J.C. Horn come back in your estimation since, suffering that injury?
He's been excellent. He had the pitch count against Tampa the last couple of games. He's played the full deal, and he's gotten better and better, like we expected each week, getting more comfortable with the schemes and techniques, and he's really done a good job. And we know he's a heck of a player.
EJ, you've been missing 3 edge rushers the first 2 days of the week. How close are any of those guys?
I am not sure about that, but it's that time of the year. All these things are going around, the flu and all that stuff, and so we'll just keep letting Kevin and his staff handle that, and then whoever's available, we'll play them.